Hey, all right. I think this will be the third time that I've touched on this, but I want to do it again because it's been fun to keep up with, and man, it's been ringing true. So, I think it was in November or December of last year, 2017. I can't remember which. I made a video and covered the report that came out on mainstream media, and we're not going to speculate about the validity of the science of the whole rotation, Earth's rotation, stuff like that. But regardless, anyway, the report said that I think starting from 2018 to like 2020, that the Earth was going to be in a cycle where the rotation slows, which means that we will experience more 7.0 magnitude earthquakes than normal over the next 2 or so years. And the math came out to be, I can't remember the exact number they gave, but it basically came out to be an average of around 2 to 3 7.0 magnitudes a month or more for the next, whatever, 2 to 3 years of the cycle. So I pulled up the USGS historical data, and wouldn't you know it, that is exactly what's happened since the beginning of this year. An average of 7 or bigger since the beginning of the month. In January we had 4, in February we had 2, in March we had 3, and now in April we've had 1. So since the beginning of the year we have had an average of 2 or more, of an average of about 7.0 or greater. So I'm bringing this up because myself, like I've done it but it's proven to me. I'm not saying that it may not be a well accepted fact or anything like that, but I've proved it to myself, been doing keeping an eye on these earthquakes and stuff over the years and just gone back and messed with this historical data, that to me there's enough evidence that shows that these big earthquakes, a lot of them are tied to the new moons. So this new moon in April's a big month, man. So April 15th, April 16th, April 14th is a pretty good watch window for me. So I'm just putting this out there. And besides, April is a big month altogether. We just had our Easter eggs. We just had our rebirth, right? Big deal, big deal. And think about it, man. And April is when, and this is just right off the top of my head. There's a lot more than this. And please put some below. And because one just came to me, but I'm not for sure. Didn't Waco happen in April? Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But if it did, because I don't feel like looking it up for myself, would someone just please put that below in a comment like yeah or no? But I thought Waco happened in April. But regardless, the Oklahoma City bombing happened in April. The quote-unquote Boston bombing happened in April. They're all false flags, whatever the case may be, so I shouldn't just say quote-unquote for that, because the same thing for the OKC bombing. But regardless, the Oklahoma City bombing happened in April. The Boston bombing happened in April. Columbine happened in April. And that's just right off the top of my head. So April is a pretty big month, man. So I'm going to keep an eye on it in particular. But the new moon, this coming, because today is the 10th. So in a few days. And on top of it, supposedly the 16th, it's either April 15th or April 16th, because just like I've told you with the zodiacs, right, you're going off a bunch of different legends. So same thing with time. We're going off a bunch of different calendars. So on one of those really old calendars apparently begins like April 15th or 16th. So one of those days is the first day of one of those ancient calendars from back in the day, which is also, obviously kind of a big moment too. So busy month, crazy looking already, financially just for fun, which brings me to this next part. You're going to see a little editing magic here. Now watch this and take a listen. All right, so speaking of the financial markets, the roller coaster that it is right now. Sure is a lot of fun to watch, though. This is from 2016. I don't know who she is. I just stumbled on her a couple days ago looking at 2020 stuff, and this is pretty amazing. So take a listen to the wild card that's coming up next month.
This is going to be the question. We've got the wild card, of course, May the 16th, 2018. We've got Uranus going into Taurus. This, to me, Uranus-Taurus energy, the shake-up of the financial systems. Taurus rules money. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the point where things get really shaken up. So
that's incredible to me, because listen to the confidence when she says that. She said this in 2016. Now keep in mind that really since 2008 up until February of this year, it's been the biggest bull market that's ever existed. So for her to sit there in 2016 with that confidence at the peak of this bull market and be like, yep, I can see this going, I can see this stuff really being shaken up in May of 2018 because of this supposed, planets or whatever.
alignments, whatever the case may be. That's pretty incredible because now look where we are. I mean, there couldn't be a better time. Any day now, really, to be honest with you. So that'll be a fun day to kind of look at. Now, I don't think it'll be the end, but I think a big shakeup it could definitely be. So I just thought that was pretty neat. And here's the thing, man. I'll say it again. There ain't an investor out there or a stockbroker or anybody that would tell you to invest in this market, to take place in this market today. Ever since February, really? I mean, this thing, and it's always just been waiting to drop. It's always been a house of cards. It's always been bullshit. But finally, and when you know it, just a month after we officially enter into Aquarius, supposedly, you know, all this stuff finally takes place. All this debt apparently is a problem. Now all of a sudden it's like everybody's paying attention to the debt. That's really incredible. Wow. Where you been? Where you been? So there ain't a stockbroker, an investor out there would tell you to invest in a market like this where it's down 700 points one day, up 380 points the next day, down another 700 the next day, goes up to 300 points, but then closes at only 40. I mean, talk about, a roller coaster. And all you got is just a bunch of machines and robots trading with each other anyway, because you got record low volume. So it's all nonsense. And she's saying in this video that, just basically like what we've been talking about, that 2018, it was a big time, but 2020 is whenever this stuff's really going to kick in. So basically 2012 ended the age of Pisces. We've been in this transition period. We're here now in January of 2018, but 2020 is when this age of Aquarius will officially kick in. So I just thought that was pretty neat, man, because you couldn't be a better. May of 2018 is going to be something to see and something to pay attention to. May 16th, she says specifically. So we'll see. You know, and I'm not saying she's saying something's going to happen, but I just think this shakeup could be another big drop. And if the market cracked in 2007 and then crashed in 2008, well, that tells me that the market cracked in 2018, so that it should crash in 2019 or maybe even 2020. So I don't think this will be the big drop. And she didn't say a big crash; she just said a shakeup. I think that's, and looking how we are, I think that's a pretty awesome observation and a pretty cool thing that she said there. And on top of this all, since we're talking about the 2020, I had someone, his name's John, seems like a really cool guy, been real nice, been after me about getting into this stuff for a while, actually. I just haven't been ready. I just wasn't ready for it yet. There's nothing I can say other than that. But he's been trying to get me to look into it for a while. I'll put a link below to his channel. Mercury Messenger Astrology is what it is. Guys, I like his videos, watch several of them, and we're supposed to talk here hopefully pretty soon. But he was even saying that, make sure that you understand that the 2020 is really just the beginning. It's not all, it's not the, he said don't put all your eggs in one basket in 2020, which is what I said in even the last video. This is more, the 2020, that's what it says, is that when Saturn and Jupiter meet, the door to the Black Lodge will be opened. Okay, the Black Lodge is your subconscious mind. Like I said in the last video, it's going to be more of an internal thing than an external event sort of thing. But I don't know. There's lots of stuff saying that there could be something very big happen that year as well. But either way, it's a very big moment for humanity. It's a very, very big, very, very important time. Are you going to go? Are you going to, this Aquarius is air, right? So are you going to go against the wind, or are you going to go with it? That's what it all boils down to. And that's what all this stuff with Pluto is. Pluto is transformation, okay? So everybody's going to experience a transformation of some sort, whether you want to or not. But yeah, I agree. That's because apparently there's going to be even crazier and even more once in a lifetime, or once ever, alignments in 2024 and 2025, starting with that solar eclipse that comes back through. So I just wanted to make sure we clarified that I did mention that again, and clear on that we're going to have lots of, it's going to be busy, I think, and pretty explosive. But will the solstice of 2020 be the one? I don't know. We'll be for you inside, that's for sure. So thanks to him. Look forward to talking to him more. Thanks to my subscribers out there. See you on the next video.